My foundation has to be me, because once I'm in my foundation, I can now be found in all my actions. Again, foundation is found actions. You just don't see yourself. So until you see yourself, responsibility for what you're going through will always be shared by what you're going through. See, you ain't have to do this to me. Don't come for me if you ain't ready for me. No, motherfucker, sit still and stop entertaining goddamn clowns. See, if you had a better discernment of your own energy, then you can reduce the amount of fuckboy, fuckgirl experiences you're going through. But until you take that level of responsibility for yourself, you're going to always have a dump off point with what you went through, because it shouldn't have never took me there. Motherfucker, who made you move? Oops. Responsibility is a motherfucker. So your foundation, if you don't understand why you moving, you always in motion. You will always be 7. You'll always be the journey card. You will always be the chariot. Hopefully you're not the horse, because the horse has on blinders and can only go where it's been led. But what's leading it? The 3. The thought. The one thing that you don't see is your thoughts, because you've been told not to think. We've been taught not to think. We've been taught to know. We got taught to know that the Easter Bunny was real. We got taught to know that Tooth Fairy is real. We got taught to know that Santa was real. We got taught that Jesus is real. See, you get taught shit, and then in life you come into exposure points to undo what you got taught, but you never forgive yourself for fucking learning in the first place. It's still going to be somebody else's responsibility. And at certain ages, yeah, as a child, yeah, okay, I'm only going to learn what the fuck I'm exposed to. But once I hit again, we go through this a lot. Once I get to an age of discernment and that exposure starts to make me sick, I now have responsibility. I now have a responsibility to heal myself by dispelling all fucking faulty programming, removing all blockages, taking responsibility for removing Windows 98 when Windows 95 was never fucking broken. It was just everybody else that thought themselves were broken needed me to be broke too. And again, that's kind of correlated with the Sufi water folktale, where they had a warning that something was coming and it was going to taint the water supply. One guy tried to warn everybody else, and he was like, man, fuck you, you'll be all right, the water will be fine. So he bottled the water. Whatever event happened, and within a couple days, everybody was talking crazy. Now this guy's the only one with safe water because he bottled it, but now he's alone because nobody else understands him. So even in this tale, there's fucked up shit. His loneliness and his proper word, his issue with not being understood made him feel so alone that he drank the water too. So his need to be identified with others made him injure himself because he didn't want to be different. And I ain't gonna lie, that's probably a fucking hard situation to be in, to be amidst a bunch of other people who are talking crazy. Holy shit, a lot of us do that. To be in a situation with a bunch of people who is talking crazy and you feel like you're the only one sane, but insanity becomes the new level of fucking sanity. So now you become insane too. Conformity. Because you don't want to stay within your own energy and keep healing you by honoring your existence, you'll split yourself into everything else that's already broken. Be mindful of that. A lot of y'all do that, and I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of y'all can't even open your fucking Facebook page because you scared of what your family gonna think if they see the shit you post. Why? Because you need them to feel safe about their level of fuckery that you fuck yourself. See, I ain't ready to come out the closet yet, and I'm talking about practitioner shit. Fuck all that fucking LGBT shit. That's y'all shit. Y'all can have that shit. I'm just saying, your level of mental processes, you can't expose yourself to your family because your family has a level of insanity that makes them feel safe. But I just don't want to start nothing. Then don't fucking start at all. Stay in subduction. Stay enslaved to everybody else's thought processes to where you now have to monitor what you think. Because I know my aunt watching and she gon', you know what? Fuck your aunt. Let that motherfucker live her life. If she like her fucking level of illusion and sucking everybody else's ass for her saviorship and all that shit, that's her fucking problem. At what point are you going to own your own sovereignty? lot of y'all are sovereign, but fucking slaves. Oops. I digress though. Why?